A very good evening to you all. My name is Opio and I'm going to be your host tonight on a show called Know Your Culture. This is a show where we dive into the culture and our rich heritage. And with me tonight, I have a team of powerful men, powerful gentlemen, and these are people who are coming from the association in MUBS called the Zambogo. And before we go further, I'm just here to let you know that we usually have these shows every Tuesday at 8 p.m. and I can't wait to see you join me next time. Well, tonight, I'm going to first let my panelists tonight to introduce themselves.
A good evening to everyone. I'm really humbled for this invitation to MUBS TV. My name is Prince Kayondo. I'm a General Secretary in Zambogo MUBS chapter. I do Bachelor's of Business Administration, year 2. Yes, I'm humbled.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marisha John. I am the newly elected Center of Zambogo MUBS 2024-2025. I'm so honored and remembered to be here today. I'm doing BBA here today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, good evening to us all. My name is Chibui Alan. I'm doing Bachelor's degree in Business Computing year 2, and I'm the speaker of this association. Thank you so much for hosting us.
You are so much welcome. Well, just like how you have heard from them, at least we can confirm that these are the gentlemen from the Zambogo MUBS chapter, and I can clearly confirm to you that we are going to learn more from the Buganda culture. And I just request that you stay tuned and watch this till the last moment. I'm going to be driving this show and make sure we learn so much concerning the Buganda culture, because most of us have been in Buganda and we really need to know some of the things that they usually do. And the first question goes to this gentleman on my right. What inspired the formation of the Zambogo MUBS chapter, and what were some of the primary objectives?
Zambogo MUBS chapter. First of all, I'm going to put some enlightenment about Zambogo. Zambogo, it's like a leadership institute for youth in Buganda Kingdom, and it's majorly in universities and secondary schools. It's a great pleasure that Zambogo started in Makerere University, and this is Makerere University Business School. Means that Makerere is one of the pioneers of Zambogo, and our king in Buganda, the king is our leader. The king came up with Zambogo to nurture his leaders, his youth, for future generation. And Zambogo has built many big leaders we have in Uganda. We hear about Mujunganda and many different people. Basically, Zambogo, it's like a garden, the king's garden, where he grooms his people, his leaders.
Thank you so much concerning that. Do you mind giving us a brief history of the Buganda kingdom?
It's possible.
Yes, please.
As I said first, that Buganda is led by the king, and that is Leonard Mwenda Mutebi.
Maybe before we go there, what title is given to your king?
The Kabaka.
Yeah, all right.
The Kabaka is our king, and we are humbled. By the way, today is making 25 years with Her Majesty, the Queen, that is Sylvia Najinda, and I take this opportunity to send wishes to the king and the wife, our Queen, for making it. Buganda, our first king was King Chintu, and Buganda is made up of counties. We have Chadondo, we have Busino, Wudu. Those counties are led by king's men. The king cannot manage cannot manage to do all the work in the kingdom. He appoints different people, have the Katikilo, have the ministers, but basically all those people are groomed by Nkobazambogo because it's a youth nurturing like institute.
Oh, thank you so much. Then I would also love to ask you one thing, because when you realize there's a Buganda culture outside school and there's the Buganda culture inside school, how do you help the MUBS students? For example, you are at MUBS. How do you help the MUBS students to promote the Buganda culture within school?
Yeah, we hope the MUBS students to promote the Buganda culture within school. First of all, we bring them different leaders from the kingdom. They come and talk to them. Basically, in our meetings, we teach people, students, different culture norms, and also we call them to participate in leadership. We have me, I'm the general secretary. Here, my boss, the Sentebe, and him, the speaker. Means that a student can express leadership in school.
Thank you so much. Maybe before I go to the next panelist, I would love to ask you, what are some of the traditions that you would love to share with our audience tonight? What are some of those things that when you do, it really promotes your culture? For example, the Buganda culture. What's that thing that
basically the culture can't be there when there is no language, the Buganda language. And even nowadays it's global. It's on Google. You can go and press your words in Uganda, and you can search about something. And even different tribes in the different places in the world, they use it as a media of communication. And even have dance, traditional dance. Different people are employed in such stuff. We have teachers who teach our language. Basically, Buganda is rich.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that has been some enriching words from Prince Mark. Yes, and I hope you have learned something from him. For example, me, the things that I've learned has been the culture, the dress code, the language, and I'm sure by the end of this show, I'm going to give you a speech in Uganda episode.
Yeah, it's been
hopefully I'm going to do that. Yeah. To the next panelist, you're much welcome. Maybe just to remind the audience there, just your name and the position you hold.
Thank you, sir. My name is Mauricio John, the newly elected Sentebe, Kubazambogo MUBS, 2024-2025.
Thank you so much. Now, my first question to you will be, how does the chapter help to adapt to the modernity that we usually have compared to the Buganda culture? For example, if you realize that we are adapting to different ways of dressing, and yet there's also that cultural way that we used to dress, and how are you going to help these people to preserve the culture amidst the evolving changes?
Okay, thank you for that question. Allow me to answer you by saying that we handle some cases differently. But according to the question, we do that through education and awareness. Educating, what I can say on education, so about letting the young generations, most especially the youth here at MUBS and the entire community, to know more about their culture, their dressing codes, and also empowerment. By empowerment, I mean advising them to join Kubazambogo and some leadership, taking some leadership initiatives. Then also through intergeneration collaboration. For example, collaborating or having dialogues with those, our elders.
Okay.
This is the prince here, but Remember, we have our elders, for example, our princes, and also those from the royal family, our elders. Just as my fellows talked about those who are supposed for the Nkubazambogo. For example, your senior, we can bring those elders to do express or to motivate the youth. That is it.
Thank you so much. Then my next question to you will be, how do you think the Buganda language, how do you think it's helping like to promote your culture?
Okay,
For example, me what I know very well is where I come from. I come from the northern part of Uganda, but if you are not from there, you are in Uganda. That's how we usually like take people in. It's just because most of the people who speak the language, apart from ours, they speak Luganda. So how do you think the language is helping like to promote your culture?
First of all, the language is acting as a backbone, or it is acting as a cultural pillar. There, what I can say, it enables us, the young generation, to know our historical backgrounds. It creates togetherness. For example, moving around campus and also the community, meeting someone who speaks Uganda. It creates or it promotes togetherness. Since we use the language as a core in promoting the culture, so it is the basis that enables to know our past. That's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Just like how you know, MUBS has a very big population, and I've always wondered how you help the people under your association to link up with their roots. Is there maybe any ways that you can help them? Because I know you're in thousands. And how do you help these people to link up with their roots, from where they come from, maybe know more about their culture? What are some of these things that you usually do that makes them to know that, you know what, even if we are doing this, our home is in Uganda? Yeah.
Okay, since we are in the 21st century, and it is digitalized the economy for the phase of a century, we do use technology, and those, I can say, social media and those, all different platforms. For example, as in MUBS, it is a chapter, and we have our platforms. For example, we do use WhatsApp, communicate to our fellows. We do use YouTube, Facebook, and also other social media handles to do help us to connect or to interact with different youths.
Thank you so much. Then maybe my last question to you would be, okay, what are some of the activities that you do that cuts across other cultures? For example, how do you connect with the Basoga? How do you connect with the Batoro? How do you connect with the Acholis? How do you connect with the Batoro? What are some of the activities that you do under your association that will make a cross-cultural understanding?
Okay, thank you. For example, I came here in 2021.
Yes.
Now I'm in year 3, but we do organize some events. For example, we have Culture Gala. We have Burundi 1C. There is cultural tours. Those act as ventures in connecting with other cause member Culture Gala. It allows each tribe to do interact into that event. For example, last time we won the Culture Gala.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. So we are followed up.
And do you hope to win it this time round?
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
We are followed up by the Acholi. And from there, we find that the instruments we are using, we can borrow them from different associations. Last time we used drums. We used to share drums with those of the Basoga. So that's how I do interact, and that's how we do connect with other associations in the university.
Thank you so much for the words of wisdom concerning the culture. And I hope someone outside there who has not yet joined the Buganda culture, you are missing out. You are missing out on where you came from, and I think it's high time you reach out to them and you reach out to your roots so that you can know where you're heading. Well, I will invite my other panelists to maybe just remind the audience your name and the position that you hold.
Thank you, Mr. Host, for hosting us. And my name is Julie Allen. I'm the speaker of Buganda University. So honored.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now, my first question would come to you. What are some of the events that you usually hold as an association that binds you together? For example, maybe, and how often do you hold them?
Okay. We have very many events that are coming up. This weekend, on 1st September, we shall have the Thanksgiving Mass that is entitled to thank God for enabling us to win the culture Ghana last year. On the 5th, we shall have university, both internal and external. We shall start with the offices, go cleaning, up to the small bit. So we encourage all students to come. We have our handover party on 6th of September 2024, but it is also at the same time a welcoming party for this year. So all year ones, imagine we enjoy this function. We have very many activities, as my co-friends have said. We have tours and very many more activities that bind us together as Buganda in this institute.
Now that gives me the next question, because you have spoken of so many activities. Some of them may be voluntary activities, but I also do believe some of them incurring cost. And how do you make sure these activities happen? For example, how can someone help the MUBS chapter to grow, and how can someone participate in those activities?
Our activities are open. They are not only for Uganda, but they are for all people that love Uganda.
Okay.
Everyone that is concerned. These activities, you can participate in them. When we start cleaning, you can pass by and help us to clean. When we have our galas, you can come and help us. We have started training Uganda, and very soon we shall display when they will start. So we encourage all students to come and train with us. And there are very many
Thank you so much. What message do you have for the audience outside there? What significant messages do you have for someone who hasn't joined the association? What do you have to tell them that they're missing out?
Indeed, those ones who have not yet joined our association are missing out.
Okay.
We are learning very many things from this association. So we are learning a lot from being united. We are learning a lot from learning where we come from, learning our languages, and embracing them to the world so that they can see that we also have beautiful things in our Uganda.
And maybe the last question to you would be, how do you incorporate technology with your culture?
Yes, how we incorporate technology in our culture. Since I'm a BBC student, at least I'm different. We started up a database that records all our students. So recently we are almost in everyone's inbox, getting the names, getting the contacts, so that we can get a joint database for our association. We have very many social media handles. At least we have for WhatsApp, the group that binds us. We have for Twitter, Uganda MUBS chapter. We have Instagram and all those platforms. You can please follow us, and then we keep in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much. Then
Yes,
on the handles that you spoke of, you share the same name on all the handles?
yes, we share the same name.
All right, then. So I think someone outside there who hasn't joined the association, it's high time. Yeah, you may be far from MUBS, but then you can join the association, and once in a while you can come and pay the Kwabazambogo a visit. Yeah, it's been nice meeting you people, and me personally, I've learned a lot, and just like how I told you, hopefully I'm going to give you a very good sentence in Uganda. That's it?
Before the show ends.
Yeah, before the show ends. Then I've also, because I remember way back when I was still at school, we used to be having meetings, and I also think you always have meetings.
Yes.
How often do you have these meetings, and when do you have them? Yes. Maybe I can invite him to talk about that.
Thank you. So we always share meetings, and these meetings take place every Friday they start at 3:30 and to 5:30. The venue is guest house just near the disability center.
Okay. How can you invite the new members? For example, the freshers who have just joined MUBS, how can you invite them to join the association? Maybe you leave us with your number, or you leave us with maybe like your email. Any.
Okay, thank you. To be a full member of Nkubazambogo MUBS, you do have to subscribe. We have started packing that information in your using different social media handles. For example, in our WhatsApp groups, we do send info that to become a member you have to subscribe, and our subscription fee is 5K.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave my number in case of anything concerning Nkubazambogo MUBS. You can reach me on 0701 39 28 50. That's my WhatsApp number. And also 0761 48 25 34.
Thank you so much. It's been nice hosting you people, and I hope to join you in some of your activities. I remain Ivan Opio, the host of Know Your Culture. Thank you so much.
Otubere mukama, otubunduguleke mikisa gyo era baffe omukumenga. Twesiime nnyo olwa Buganda yaffe, ekitiibwa kya Buganda kyava naffe.